It was early February 2021 and we had a great takeoff on our epic road trip, and we were falling for this RV lifestyle. And we felt like we were flying high in the clouds, hiking Cloudland Canyon in northwest Georgia. We felt strong and ready to take on the world, any challenge. But then, dun dun dun, this nasty weather system came, and it's felt a little bit like Heartbreak Hotel this past week. Despite a great one-night stopover at Sullivan Creek Ranch in the rolling hills of northern Alabama, where we acquired some fantastic Japanese red Wagyu, otherwise known as Akaushi beef, we were greeted to freezing temps and empty streets in Memphis, Tennessee. Though not a note was heard on Beale Street, we found some sun and got warmed up on the amazing musical history from the tiny little studio that birthed rock and roll. From this control room and soundboard, Sam Phillips recorded musical icons like B.B. King, Roy Orbison, Jerry Lee Lewis, Johnny Cash, and of course, Elvis Presley. It wasn't just inspiring to be in that space where so many hit records were produced. It was fun to pretend to be the king, if only for a second, no matter how horrendously bad an impression it was. Maybe I should stick to the PB and banana sandwiches when I want to feel like Elvis. Speaking of food, Memphis has a rich culinary story as well, and although maybe not the best, lots of opinions in this regards, it is the original, so we went to the Rendezvous for some Memphis-style barbecue ribs. They were good, and go just to read their menu if nothing else. The Rendezvous is in a basement down the alley from the Peabody Hotel. I've heard the phrase that if it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, and quacks like a duck, it must be a duck. Well, I should have listened to Mother Nature, stayed under the covers, and not been so stubborn to stick to an itinerary, but I really wanted to check off our first national park. So despite waking up to this icy mess and realizing that we should change course, even so much so as driving south on 55 into Mississippi, I decided to take a detour when the interstate looked not so bad. Of course, my bullheaded nature wouldn't want to realize that we would have to take some not so ideal roads to get back on track, and Nora arrived covered in thick, dirty ice. Despite the cold temps, we still found time to learn about the baseball players and mobsters who used to frequent Hot Springs, Arkansas back in the day. We found a trail, we checked out the springs, filled up some jugs of the 143-degree spring water, and we even took a beer bath, but unfortunately missed our actual Valentine's thermal bath because we decided to reroute and leave a day early due to the weather. At the end of the day, we just couldn't continue to gamble with Mother Nature as the weather continued to worsen. We were tired of freezing, and we knew it was time to try and get south and as far away from Uri as possible. Funny enough, we currently are sitting at a Paragon Casino in Marksville, Louisiana, where it is still only 28 degrees. You know, the house always wins. And we'll be holding tight or heading to Beaumont, Texas today as we wait out the weather and eventually make our way to Austin for better times and hopefully the standard weirdness and no more of this bizarro crap. This episode brought to you by the magical Ginsu 3000. It slices, it dices, it can even serve as an ice scraper, and most importantly, it can provide security to keep your cats out of the cupboard where the cat food is kept. Only $19.95, shipping and handling separately. From our current home to yours, thanks so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. See you next time.